just not a fan of distance learning, okay? Let's just put that out there. I'm struggling. Good morning. Good morning, boys. Hey guys, and welcome to my corner of life here. My name is Catalina, and this is actually my first time doing a voiceover for a video and even using the program itself. It is so fun learning new things, but obviously it takes some time, so please bear with me as I figure out the system. Today I wanted to talk about distance learning, but I didn't want to just talk about it. I really wanted to show it to you guys. So I decided to go the route of recording just what our day looks like, just a portion of it, of course, and then doing this voiceover so that I can talk more in depth about the things going on in the video. It has been a struggle for us to get into good routines and to even get motivated to be in class and working hard. With so much going on, honestly, it's just kind of hard to get away from all of that and even be able to focus on much else. But we had a really good conversation with the kids that helped us realize how lucky we are because I am home with them all day. I have no other responsibilities other than cooking and cleaning and, the pets and the children. So we decided that we really do want to take advantage of this and stay on track as much as possible so that when school starts, we can be ready to go and they can feel really confident with themselves. This has honestly not been the easiest decision for me. At the beginning of the school year, I was so much more relaxed and kind of just, if we fall behind, no big deal. Eventually, when the kids get in school, we'll kind of just, fall into some sort of a flow. But after getting a few emails from the teachers, I kind of decided not to go that route anymore. And honestly, the less I thought I cared, the harder everything felt just because I knew I wasn't doing what I needed to do in order to make it easiest for the kids to be able to succeed. So I had a lot of guilt as well, and then seeing all the assignments that they weren't turning in. So this way really just goes a lot smoother, and obviously, we're being responsible and doing our work. So round of applause there, right? This is week 4 of the school year. At the beginning of the school day, they're finishing up their breakfast, and as for me, I am getting ready to sit with my coffee and home binder. One of the things that we have done recently to kind of just help everybody stay on track is I now sit at the table with them. It seems like the second I walk away, they start goofing off, not paying attention, and distracting each other. So sitting here really just helps keep them from falling behind, and I'm here for them as soon as they need help. For my first grader, his teacher moves so quickly that by the time he even asks me for help, the teacher is already halfway through the assignment. Her suggestion was to log in before class, click through all the assignments to find what book and what pages they need to go on, and then put them close by with bookmarks in the correct page. Unfortunately, it takes a while to actually go through the list of assignments and get this done because, of course, I still have other things that I need to be doing in the morning. So instead, what I do for him is I collect the most commonly used books and I'll put them on the side for him. And then as the teacher announces what page they need to be on, then we'll just quickly find that page. As you guys can see, we have their setup behind them where we keep all their school supplies. This includes a caddy, which I prefer over a pencil pouch or a pencil box because you can keep larger items in it and the compartments help keep things more organized. As you can tell, I really need to get in there and clean out what they're not actually using, but regardless, I love it. 10 out of 10. Each kid also has a basket to place their caddy in, another miscellaneous items, headphones, whatever, a magazine holder for their workbooks, and then they just stack their textbooks along with their Chromebook on the side. I have their chargers, the cords placed so that they can plug in their Chromebooks on top of their textbooks. Everybody has their things separated, and the chargers are also on a power strip so that I can easily turn it off when it's the weekends or they're just not in use. Sometimes they do forget to charge their Chromebooks, and then I have to pull the cord out, which I dislike, because obviously I have to put everything back at the end of the day, but we are working on making sure that we do plug it in right after school so that it can charge for the next day. Right above all of their school supplies, they each have their own clipboards. I keep their logins, emails, and any other codes that they need for their classes. I also keep the same information in my home binder, which I plan on making a full video on, so look for that. They each have headphones and earbuds to switch up whenever they start hurting. I mean, it really doesn't matter even if you get a nice, more expensive pair of earbuds or headphones. Eventually, they just start hurting your ears. So they have both options. Another thing that I let them do is put the volume on max on their headphones and just rest the headphones on their neck, around their neck, so that they can still hear it loud enough and close enough to their ears, but it's not too loud to where they're distracting each other. I do let them take it off if they're doing PE. However, they can take their Chromebook to the living room so that they have more space. And then, of course, if they're the last one for the day and they're the only one still on, then they can also take the headphones off and just have the speaker on. When it came to deciding where to put the kids during their class times, I thought of a couple things. One of them was making sure that I wasn't going to be anywhere in their background. I didn't want to embarrass myself or embarrass the kids. And another was to make sure that they had enough light on them so that their teachers can see them well. So that's why we put them here. We're not walking around in the background unless we're specifically going to help them. And then they're also facing the living room window, so I just open the curtains and the light comes in, and it's a perfect amount of lighting for them. I did consider having them set up in their own rooms, but ultimately I didn't feel like any of them were responsible enough to keep themselves on track. I mean, even having them out here, I still don't see them being responsible enough to stay on track. So having them in their rooms would not be something that would work for us. But it kind of makes us feel like they're in an actual classroom anyways, because they're sitting next to other kids. Yeah, it's their siblings, and obviously they're not in their own classrooms, but it does kind of have that community feel, I suppose. So now on, what do I do when I sit here with them? So some of the things that I might do while sitting at the table include meal planning, journaling, checking on any plans, events, or projects, making some shopping lists, paying bills. Payday's my favorite. I love paying the bills. Something about watching that debt go down and that savings go up just feels so good. Right now, one of our biggest projects, I guess, or goals is to save up money to buy a house. We've been working over the last few years to pay off some debt, build our credit, and now we're at a place where the only missing link to purchase a house is the money. So we are working on saving some money for that house. And I'm sure once we do get in that house, paying the bills is probably just not going to be as exciting, but that's okay. I digress. If I don't feel like writing in my home binder or journal at all, then I'll pull out my laptop and watch some Hulu, Netflix, or YouTube. I also use headphones so that I don't distract them. It turns out I am one of their biggest distractors. I can't help myself. I just want to talk to them the whole time. They're right here. And then as soon as one asks me a question and I answer them, the other ones start listening. So I have to remind myself even multiple times to stop talking to them and let them focus, which is a little bit interesting. After lunch, I don't really need to sit at the table because they are doing some of the more fun activities in class. So I'll only sit down if I absolutely need to. But what I will try to do here is clean one of the rooms where I can still keep my eye on them from, so that obviously I can help them if they need it. But pretty much after lunch, they are pretty independent and get the stuff done on their own, which is really nice. I am not yet getting ready for my day at a consistent time yet. The goal daily is to get dressed and ready before they start school. If I'm not, then at least sometime before we leave to get lunch. I just like to do a really quick, simple makeup, stick my hair up in a ponytail or a half ponytail, whatever you want to call it, and get dressed pretty casual. Maybe a t-shirt and a pair of ripped jeans or shorts, just depending on how hot it is. It's California and we currently having 120-degree weather, so a lot of shorts. It's also nice to be ready just in case I need to pop on and talk to one of their teachers. I prefer to already be ready and not have to go rush to put myself together. It's nice to just be ready for the day. So I was actually a lot more relaxed at the beginning of the school year when it came to my expectations from the kids in the school. I think I assumed that they would move slowly considering how the kids have been affected by the shutdowns and everything going on around that. But as soon as I realized that was not the case, we knew we had to do better, and we are honestly so lucky to even be able to do so, because I know that's not the case for so many. We did consider pulling them out and teaching them ourselves, because honestly, and especially if you have a crazy schedule yourself, I feel like if you go the route of doing independent studies, you would be able to keep them at your own pace or go at your children's pace. You have more one-on-one time with them. Even if you have multiple kids, 1 on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever is better than having to deal with those multiple classrooms, having to wait on all the students and the teacher. And I mean, obviously everybody's going to need to take into consideration their own lives and schedules, but I really did want to do independent studies. However, we have an amazing school and the kids got great teachers that they are hoping they will be able to do in school studies with once they approve the blended learning for the school year. We're not rushing to get there, but we are hoping to get there before the end of the school year. So that is our reason for sticking to this schedule instead of doing the other route, which I personally wanted to do if we didn't get such great teachers. For now, we're just taking things day by day and try best, as Master Matthew, their previous Taekwondo instructor, would tell them, instructor would tell them, and that they just don't give up. You know, overall, it's been honestly just extremely overwhelming. I'm constantly falling behind on cleaning and the laundry and the cooking. Oh, the cooking. I have no desire to cook a single meal, but I just take one day at a time. We have small goals and keeping the big picture in mind, which is that this isn't permanent. And even though a lot of us are struggling, we're not alone in this, and we're all going to eventually get through this. I am so excited for the day that they can safely go back to school. Aren't you guys excited for that? I am so excited for that. Until then, this is our reality. This is my reality as a stay-at-home mother during pandemic, quarantine, distance learning. Oh my God. I would love to hear from you guys. What have you done to make your child's 2020 distant learning year just go a little bit smoother? What challenges have you guys come across? How did you fix them? Are you still looking for a solution? I would just love to hear from you guys. It's been an interesting year and not my favorite, but we will get through it, and I am so looking forward to that day. By the way, guys, thank you so much for staying and listening to me just talk. If there was anything here that you guys found useful, please go ahead and give that video a like button. Not that video, this video right here, right now, guys. Just go ahead and give it a like. And if you would like to hear more from me, I will warn you, I have no idea what this channel is going to be about. I'm kind of just going with the flow. So I'm not even going to pretend to try to explain what you might see in the next one, except that it will definitely have something to do with me. So if you would like to see more of me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button, because I don't yet have a schedule, and you won't know when I'm gonna post again. It's just gonna be like, you're gonna wake up and it's gonna be surprise, there's a video from me. I don't know what it is, but come watch it. Okay guys, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and get off now. It's almost midnight. I've been up since 5:30 in the morning. You guys have a wonderful day, and job. That's a really nice M. A. You have an A in your name.
Mm-hmm.